Hello. On this edition of the program, we'll look at what MTA Police are doing to keep transit safe in Maryland. Also ahead, a look at what MTA does behind the scenes to make transit accessible to all. We've got the winner of the annual MTA Bus Rodeo, and we'll answer your customer questions and concerns in our Ask the MTA segment, right here. I'm DeAndrea Walker. Welcome to Commuter Connections. Keeping transit safe in Maryland is a top priority of the MTA Police. They're out and about protecting and serving to ensure the public is safe in their travels on transit. MTA Police crime fighting initiatives and programs have been successful at reducing crime. MTA Police Captain THEODORE McLaughlin joins us to talk about the department's efforts in transit safety. Hi, Captain. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Captain, can you tell us what is the mission of the MTA Police Force?
The mission of the Maryland Transit Administration Police Force is to professionally enforce the law to protect its transit community, employees, and facilities with dignity and respect.
Many of our viewers and members of the public have a perception that the MTA Police focus begins and ends on board transit vehicles. Please speak to this misconception.
The MTA Police Force jurisdiction is provided to us through legislation and memorandums of understanding with other jurisdictions and our allied agencies. The MTA Police Force has jurisdiction on any property or conveyance or vehicle that's owned, leased, or operated on by the Maryland Transit Administration. We also rely heavily on our allied agencies to assist us with providing police and law enforcement services for our patrons who ride our system on a daily basis.
Okay, approximately how many proud members are there within the ranks of the MTA Police?
There are 157 sworn MTA police officers. We also have civilian uniformed personnel and police communication officers and civilian personnel, administrative staff that support the police force. It's approximately 213 total.
All right, now some of the things we've seen recently on television might cause alarm or suggest a safety concern for those who ride transit. How safe is transit in Maryland?
Transit is safe in Maryland. We're proud of the fact that we haven't had any homicides or rapes on our system. We're also proud of the fact that we've reduced violent crime on our system by 60% since 2007. And from last year to this year, we have a significant reduction in Part 1 crime as well.
How do MTA Police work to ensure safety on transit in Maryland?
Well, through our daily deployment, we have officers that we deploy throughout the system to ensure our safety of our patrons who are riding the public transportation on a day-to-day basis. We also utilize other agencies, allied agencies, to assist us with enforcing the laws. Through our MOUs, they also help us to ensure the safety of our patrons.
Okay. What should our patrons do if they see a crime being committed on a transit vehicle or around a transit property?
Well, they should, of course, make us aware of it.
Okay.
They could do that, if they see it immediately, they could do that by calling 911. They also could call us, our police communications direct, by calling 410-454-7729 or 7721. And also we promote the fact that if you see something, say something. They could also do that by utilizing the emergency buttons that are on the trains and on the buses where they could contact the operator directly.
What are a few safety crime fighting tips you would offer our patrons on public transit?
Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Also, if you're parking, to utilize our system in the parking lots, make sure you don't have anything out that's visible, that's of value, that someone would want to take out of your vehicle. And always, if you see something, say something.
Well, MTA Police recently held an award ceremony in October. Tell us about the event, this proud MTA Police moment, and some of the awardees that were honored at that event.
Well, it's one of the few times that we're allowed to, we are able to give recognition for the job that our police officers do on a daily basis for keeping our patrons safe. This year, we gave out over 246 awards. We recognized several personnel. During this time frame, we also recognized our Officer of the Year, our Technical Services Support Person of the Year, and our Civilian Uniform Personnel Services Person of the Year.
All right, Captain. We appreciate you joining us today, and we appreciate you sharing your crime-fighting initiatives with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Coming up next, a look at what MTA is doing to ensure transit is accessible to all. Stay with us.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork, loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach
likes
your
you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Really?
Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Here we go. We're gonna make some juice.
It's gonna be good.
She's excited. A little bit of kale.
Please don't put this on
I'm putting it all over the line.
It's wet. It needs something. No, it'll go.
Don't break my juicer. Looks good.
You ready to try it?
Come on, baby.
Challenge your kids to be active and eat healthy.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
They might surprise you.
Hey, she took another sip. You saw it?
Search We Can for more ideas on how you and your kids can get healthy together.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
MTA remains dedicated to making transit accessible to all. In fact, MTA has a division solely responsible for ensuring that its programs and services are compliant with all federal laws and mandates, including the Americans with Disabilities Act and Title VI. Joining us with a look at this important function within MTA is Manager of Title VI and ADA Compliance, Michelle Gardner. Hi, Michelle. How are you today?
Hi, DeAndrea. I'm fine, thank you.
Good. The department that you are a part of administers policy and compliance related to ADA and Title VI, federal law. We've heard of ADA, but what is it?
ADA is the Americans with Disabilities Act.
Okay.
So what ADA does essentially is it protects the rights of individuals with disabilities. And it also ensures equal access to services for persons with disabilities. So it provides protection as well in employment, public services, telecommunications, transportation, and state and local government programs. It was actually signed into law in July of 1990 by former President George Herbert Walker Bush.
Okay. You also administer Title VI law. For those who don't know, what is Title VI, Michelle?
Title VI is a federal law that provides protection as well, and it prohibits discrimination based on your race, color, or national origin in any program or service that receives federal funding. What the law specifically states is that any person in the United States on the basis of race, color, or national origin cannot be denied the benefits of your services or excluded from participation if you receive federal funding.
Okay. How important are these laws in transit into the MTA?
I would say these laws are important because it provides protection and equal access. And it also includes everyone in our decision-making processes. So whether we have a major service change or a major fare change, everyone is included in our decision-making process because of these laws.
Okay. How does the MTA Office of Fair Practices ensure that the MTA is compliant?
The Office of Fair Practices is responsible for making sure that many of the departments in our agency that have very specific responsibilities for Title VI and ADA, that they carry out their duties.
Okay.
So we know that some of what I do has a great impact on our disabled community because often they're forgotten or neglected. So because we have laws in place and we are compliant in these areas, it's rewarding to know that we're assisting disabled persons who, again, sometimes are neglected in our communities.
Okay. Are there any upcoming ADA or Title VI events your division is interested in making the public aware of?
Well, I would just like to note that this year marks the 50th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which was signed into law by President Lyndon B. Johnson, and it's one of the most significant laws in civil rights.
Okay.
So that's important to note.
Well, Michelle, we appreciate you coming with us today, and we appreciate the information you shared with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll introduce you to the winner of the annual MTA Bus Rodeo. That's just ahead.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did. It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah. That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
That's low, that's low. That's low and below.
Look, he's blushing.
Seriously.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Maneuvering a large transit vehicle through traffic and congestion in narrow streets of a city safely takes skill and experience. As you might imagine, MTA bus operators do this as a part of their jobs each and every day. Each year, these skills are put to the test at an MTA rodeo competition where the top bus operators vie for first place recognition and the title of rodeo champion. We're joined today by the 2014 winner of this rodeo challenge, bus operator Mr. Bennie Williams of the MTA Bush Division. Hey Bennie, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Bennie, tell us, what is the bus rodeo?
The bus rodeo is a family and friends event for everyone to come out to see each driver perform in a very professional and safe skills performance. It's an annual event where everyone get to find out how safe and how good the operator really is, you know, to get everyone safe where they need to go.
Okay, so what would you say is the main objective of the competition?
It's two competitions. It's a maintenance competition, which is separate competition. They show their skills and maintenance discipline, you know, to keep the bus running. The operator responsibility duty is to do a pre-trip, be dressed in the qualification of their uniform, and to make sure the bus is safe enough to carry the people where they need to go, and safety.
Safety is the main objective. Yeah. How are participants selected for the MTA Bus Rodeo competition?
They're selected by good work ethic. You have to have a good work ethic to be qualified to represent your division
So what do they consider? Do they consider your absenteeism, accidents? Right. What are some of the criteria?
The criteria is you can't have no accidents. You have to come to work on time.
Okay.
It's like almost having a perfect year, but not. But just showing good work ethic with no problems.
Okay, good. When and where is the rodeo competition held?
This year was held at Milford Mill Station on Saturday the 27th.
I understand the day is actually more than just a rodeo, but a family event that the public is invited to. Can you describe the event and the entire day of activities that took place?
It's very fun. It's very exciting. Operators and family and friends get to come out.
Oh, wow.
You get to meet a lot of top people that's in the office of MTA.
Okay.
You get to talk to different people in the public, how the transportation is running in their community, you know, and you get to see kids participate in a lot of games and stuff. So
nice. What's been the response to previous year's rodeos by the participants and by those attending the event?
They getting tired of me winning all the time.
They getting tired of you
Right.
winning. Okay, so tell me, who won last year's event?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. Approximately how many participants were there this year?
Like 25.
Okay, all right. And what do the winners receive?
The winners receive a trip to the international where they get to compete against all the MTA drivers throughout the world.
So since you won last year, you got a chance to go to nationals as well?
Right.
And this year you won.
Right.
So you get to go to nationals this year. And where's nationals this year?
It's in Houston, Texas.
It's in Houston. And what's the national competition like?
Man, it's an amazing event. Everyone trying to get #1 throughout North America to represent their state.
Well, that sounds like a huge accomplishment. We're so glad that you're able to represent the MTA, and congratulations on winning the local MTA rodeo, Benny. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
All
I would
right.
like, is it too late for me to get a shout out to someone?
Oh, no, go ahead, give a shout out.
I would like to get a shout out to Miss Judy Bellman for setting up the rodeo.
Okay.
And Frank White and his team to arranging the rodeo for everyone to come out and really enjoy themselves.
Well, thank you so much.
No
We
problem.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming up next, your customer questions and concerns in our Ask the MTA segment. Stay with us.
Turn here. There. Excuse me.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Thank you for calling your GED Pep Talk Center. All right, now, are you ready for your GED Pep Talk?
Being nervous is okay. It just shows that you're serious about getting your diploma.
A lot of things are scary. Heck, I'm scared of clowns.
No quiero ir. No lo puedo hacer.
DMC, life in your pep talk style.
Just keeping it real, Debs, just keeping it real.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back. MTA Manager of Systems Engineering Tammy Bolden joins us to answer a few MTA questions and concerns. Tammy, what do you have for us today?
We have a couple of Metro questions and a couple of questions for the MARC and Mobility.
All right.
And that first question is?
I would like the subway system to implement more lighting down in the subway. Other than that, I think it's a great system and I'm glad to ride it.
The MTA agrees totally with you, and we are in the process of increasing the lighting levels within all of our stations. Currently, Charles Center has been completed, and then we're now working on Lexington Station. All other stations are soon to follow. And the next question.
When will the mobility service will start having people taking from Hartford County as far as Howard County and also from Prince George's County as well? Or it can be also from Washington, D.C.
Our mobility services actually shadows that of our local fixed route bus system. Counties actually have alternative paratransit services that are provided through their locally operated transit system. And our next question.
When I get on the subway, I see chips, sunflower seeds, and stains and juices. So my question for MTA is, what is your cleaning process?
Well, actually, Metro does clean the trains before the trains actually leave the station. And during revenue services, the trains are actually cleaned while the trains are at Johns Hopkins Metro Station, which is every hour. But we are looking into possibly cleaning the trains once the trains arrive at Owens Mill Station. So that way our trains are cleaned every 30 minutes. Next question.
I understand that MARC train has services on the weekend, but is the fare on the weekend is the same as the weekday?
Yes. Our weekend fare is exactly the same as our weekday fare. And if you'd like more information, please visit us on our website. Next question.
Why do they have security during the day and not at nighttime on the Metro line?
The MTA Police operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The MTA Police also patrols the Metro during its hours of operation, which includes the evening hours. And also, the MTA has a significant amount of CCTV cameras throughout the Metro stations, which are monitored real time at the MTA's police monitoring facility. And our last question is?
I ride the MTA Metro to University of Baltimore every day, and I just wonder, are we ever going to get Wi-Fi on the Metro?
The MTA is currently looking into providing Wi-Fi services not just for our Metro subway, but also for our MARC riders and our light rail passengers as well. So look forward to that coming into the near future as we try our best to enhance our customer experience. Now that wraps it up for this edition of Ask the MTA. And if you would like to ask the MTA a question, we would love to hear from you. So please visit us on Facebook, Twitter, or on mta.maryland.gov.
Those were great questions and answers, Tammy. Thank you. That brings us to the end of another Commuter Connections program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care.